offer. So good for Trey Wisner.
All right, Anthony Dasher covers Georgia. They played tonight against Alabama in the rematch from about, a month ago in the SEC championship game, and from UGAsports.com. Anthony, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Happy New Year to you. So what makes you believe that what Georgia can do to turn around what happened to their defense in the SEC championship game?
Well, I guess right off the bat, I guess in a way it's hard to imagine Georgia playing as bad defensively as they did that first game. But the reason I think I think Georgia does have a chance of this one. Again, I do expect you'll see them make some adjustments. I think the fact that John Mechie is out of this game for Alabama, with that torn ACL, I won't say make it easier, but it should alleviate some of the problems that they faced that first time in Atlanta. And of course, it all boils down to how well Stetson Bennett can play. If Stetson can avoid the turnovers, avoid the pick sixes, avoid the interceptions in the red zone, and just manage the offense and run it like Todd Monken was, then Georgia will have a chance to win this contest.
What do you think is the biggest thing that they have to stop Alabama from doing? I mean, you mentioned Mechie, but the thing that happened the things that happened last time. What can they, if they nip one of those in the bud, will it be a different game?
If they can again get better pressure on Bryce Young, get him to the ground a few times. I mean, they didn't get a single sack in that first game. Then they have a tackle for loss in that first game, and allowing Bryce Young just to sit back in the pocket and just survey the field and throw to the spot. I mean, he's going to be tough to beat. If that same thing happens tonight, then Alabama will win this football game.
Anthony, what's some of the more interesting things that you've taken away from Kirby Smart in the build-up? What's maybe been some things of interest from his side heading into tonight?
Well, he's really tried to keep it low key, all week long. Since the team arrived in Indy on Friday, it's people keep bringing it up. Georgia's not won a national title since 1980. Coach Smart has won some big games, but he's never won the big one. He's never beaten Alabama. That sort of deal. I mean, he's done a pretty good job of, at least in public anyway, of kind of blowing that off and kind of say, look, we just got to focus on what we got to do on this one night. But I'm sure deep down inside, with Coach Smart being a Georgia graduate, some of that stuff does weigh on his mind just a little bit.
Anthony Dasher, UGA Sports, Georgia and Alabama tonight in Indianapolis for the national championship. Stetson, the quarterback, obviously a young guy but does make plays. Is it better for him to just be a bus driver tonight, or does he have to be more than that?
I think he's got to be more than that, but he's not really a young guy. This is a fourth year, playing. I mean, he was on that 2017 team as a walk-on quarterback, and he's played. Well, it's now started 13 games over the course of his career. But Stetson just has to, he has to play within himself, but he does have to hit some plays too. I mean, Alabama, I think is susceptible to some big passes. That's what he's going to, I think, attempt to do. They've got, Brock Bowers. They want to get the ball to him. They want to get the ball to George Pickens. So I do think you'll see George, take some shots on this one. Try to get that running game going to set up play action. And Stetson has shown this year he's more than capable of making something happen like that.
What is there some concern that this Bama team was their kind of knock, especially against A&M and Auburn, was that they're not engaged early, and then seemingly after that Auburn game they're engaged early. I guess they weren't against Georgia either, but do you think that demon has been exercised for Alabama?
I think so. I'm sure that's not even something that Coach Smart is even thinking of as far as containing Alabama if Georgia is in fact able to do that. And this is a very dangerous team. I know Alabama gave all those points against A&M, and they've had some other issues throughout the year. But I do think this defense is a little bit better maybe than what it's shown. They've got some big time athletes over there, just haven't always been able to execute like Coach Saban wants.
So Anthony, we know. The last time Georgia won this, it's been nearly 40 years now. I said it out loud earlier, and I was like, wow, I used to say like 20 years ago. Yeah, 40. I mean, that's crazy. But just the opportunity itself, I mean, how massive is this for Georgia to kind of get the monkey off their back, so to speak, and to get that win that's been so elusive for so long? No question. This is such a huge opportunity for Georgia. And again, Alabama is a great team, but same time, they're kind of catching Alabama at the right time from the perspective. This is a young Alabama team for the most part. It's not a team they thought would get back to the national championship. So if Georgia's going to make it happen, it would probably serve them well to make it happen now. But yeah, if Georgia were to win this game tonight, it would to celebrate. Georgia may just
state of Georgia may just spontaneously combust. I mean, that would be that big of a deal. People thought when the Braves won the World Series that was a major deal, and it was a parade and all that. If Georgia were to win this one, it would make that parade seem like a little picnic because it would just mean the world to so many people if they made it happen.
Sometimes when you expect it or you feel like it's your time, it sometimes happens when you least expect it. The teams have been through a lot of droughts. I know Paul's a fan of Florida State, and they went through an incredible amount of agony. Nebraska went through many years, even though they had won it. And finally they probably won it the year that they weren't expecting to. So couldn't that happen with Georgia? You just got to keep knocking on the door despite the frustration and the last-second loss to Tua and company?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, and that's what Kirby has done. They've continued to build on each recruiting class, and Kirby has brought top classes in 3 of the last 4 years. And but it's time to get it. Time to make that talent, kind of pay off. And that's another part of the pressure I think it's on Coach Smoak tonight.
Have you seen Herschel Walker, and has he asked you for your vote?
I have not seen him recently. I know he's going to be here tonight, so I'm sure. I don't know if he's going to do much campaign in Indiana, but knowing Herschel, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Hey, Anthony, thanks a lot. Enjoy the game. Thanks for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
Anthony Dasher, UGAsports.com, covering Georgia football, Georgia, Alabama tonight. 1980, I believe they played, was it against Penn State to win the Sugar Bowl? Was it 1980
Before
Penn
I was born,
State?
so don't ask me.
It was, you know what? I was born in 1980, and it was also before I was born. I was still gestating.
Yeah, I think you may be right. I had no idea, though, off the top of my head. I always remember 1980 in Georgia, but I don't remember any of the details about it. But, yeah, tonight's a golden opportunity. Notre Dame. Okay.
Yeah.
Golden opportunity for them. And, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's Alabama and Nick Saban. It's a buzzsaw of a program, and not too many people are able to break through them. But Georgia, I think, slight favorites going into tonight. So I know there's a feeling, kind of like Anthony alluded to, of catching them at the right time, or this is the moment or whatever. So we will see tonight. I mean, I know those nerves of anticipation when you've got a few hours left to go, and you're just kind of like, all right, get here already. I'm really looking forward to seeing the college football season basically close tonight, and it's not the news cycle's not going to end anytime, but the season will quote unquote come to a close tonight, and I just hope it's a hell of a game. The playoffs have been duds so far, and most of the playoffs just over the years have been duds in comparison to the real classics we've gotten. So I'm hoping we're in store for a classic because it's been a great year. I think it's been a really fun year, and it would be fitting to go out with a great game.
Gene Chizik, one of